Hey, Marcus with MarcusBlankenship.com here. I want to talk to you today about a concept that's been rolling around in my head called shame-driven development that I've been noticing more and more in the coaching circles and clients that I work with. And it resonates with me because I think there was a smell of it both at the company I owned and when I was a developer and a tech lead. Shame-driven development, and I'm going to stumble over that phrase, I think occurs when there is an unspoken expectation or a sense that developers are not going fast enough, they're letting us down, they're not hitting their schedules, when management is not happy, when management is frustrated with developers, a sense of shame is introduced. The developers must be sandbagging. They must be not applying themselves. They must be making it harder than it needs to be. Have you ever heard any of these things? Have you ever thought any of these things? If so, you might be a victim or a perpetrator of shame-driven development. I think shame-driven development is actually behind a lot of problems, including a video I recently did about how people hide technical debt, refactoring, and skill building inside of the software development practice, inside of features. And when we hide things, we're really exhibiting shame. When your boss is asking you why aren't things done fast enough, or when will it be done, or when do you miss your deadline, you tend to think more effort, longer hours, and really maybe I just need to get in there and be the tough boss. Those things are from shame and fear. And I got to tell you, when I see symptoms of this, whether it's expanding scope on features so we can fit in some technical debt, or outright lying about what got done, we're really exhibiting shame-driven development, okay? And while no company would actually say, oh, we don't do TDD, we do SDD, the reality is that it happens a lot. Okay, so I want you to do this. I want you to take a minute and think about the forces that are at play here. Have you ever felt a sense of shame or fear about the software development process? For example, there was a guy on Twitter who recently confronted me about an article where I said, if you're going to quit, you should give your boss plenty of notice. This person said, if I talk to my boss and exhibit any signs that I'm not completely happy, I need to be prepared to be walked out right that minute. I can't have that kind of honest conversation. That is shame and fear. It's not okay for you not to be outrageously happy at Bookface. So, and if anyone is, we're kicking them to the curb. All right? Well, that's not a great place to work. And if you are trapped in a situation like that, I only have one thing to say, and that is go look for a different job. If you're a tech lead, though, and your boss is putting you in this situation where either you're having to shame or push or bully your developers, or you're having to hide things that you're afraid your boss might look at you a little sideways about, you might have a situation where you're experiencing shame-driven development. All right, leave some comments for me down below. Tell me this. Tell me, where do you see shame and fear in your development process? Because in order to weed it out, we've got to start to identify it. I'm Marcus with MarcusBlankenship.com. Stay in the fight, and you know what? I really appreciate all you guys. Thanks, and gals. Bye-bye.